You send a slightly awkward email at 2 p.m. and you barely think about it. But remember that same email at 2 a.m., and that minor daytime inconvenience suddenly mutates into a suffocating, career-ending crisis.
Welcome. Make yourself cozy and explore with me.
The dread you feel at this hour is incredibly intense, but it often has very little to do with the actual facts of your life. Your brain is essentially presenting you with a distorted version of the world. During the day, constant external stimuli, conversations, tasks, screens, keep your mind occupied. When you lie down in a quiet, dark room, those distractions vanish. Your mind, no longer occupied externally, turns inward, and anxious thoughts that were suppressed all day suddenly have free rein. This midnight spiral stems from how your brain manages its energy. The networks responsible for keeping your logic and emotions in balance have reached their operational limit for the day. Feeling like your life is falling apart in the middle of the night is a sign that your brain is temporarily disconnected. It is not a truth you need to act on. To understand exactly what is failing, we have to look at the prefrontal cortex. This is the brain's command center for logical reasoning and impulse control. It acts as the emotional brakes, constantly evaluating threats and putting them into proper context. Operating those brakes requires a massive amount of energy. As you navigate the demands of a normal waking day, you continuously deplete the finite resources of your prefrontal cortex until they become overworked and temporarily less effective. When you stay awake past the point of exhaustion, your brain can undergo local sleep. Even though your eyes are open and you are conscious, specific regions of the prefrontal cortex temporarily disengage to restore homeostasis. fMRI scans of sleep-deprived individuals confirm this localized shutdown. The images reveal a physical loss of connectivity between the rational centers and the rest of the brain. By the middle of the night, your brain's rational brakes are physically offline, which is why your capacity for balanced thinking has all but disappeared. Deep inside your temporal lobe sits the amygdala. This is your primitive threat detection alarm. Under normal conditions, it relies entirely on the prefrontal cortex for top-down calming regulation. When that connection is severed by fatigue, the emotional alarm system is left running without any oversight. Without prefrontal regulation, the amygdala's reactivity to negative stimuli increases by up to 60%. This localized hyperreactivity causes the brain to falsely flag minor everyday stressors as immediate catastrophic threats to your survival. A disconnected amygdala hijacks your emotional state, forcing your body to experience severe physiological panic over thoughts that you would easily dismiss during the day. Researchers describe this shift through the mind after midnight hypothesis. It suggests that human evolutionary biology did not design the brain to process complex emotional information in the dark. Your biological night is strictly programmed for sensory rest and synaptic downscaling. The brain expects to be in a mandated circadian downstate, allowing neurons to clear metabolic waste. Forcing your brain to stay awake during this downstate triggers an adrenergic stress response. Your body releases chemicals that keep you alert, but they simultaneously weaken prefrontal function and enhance impulsive decision-making. Ignoring your biological clock leaves you at a dangerous neurological deficit. You are forced to navigate high emotional sensitivity without any rational oversight. The most effective way to manage this is the rule of midnight neutrality. This is the deliberate decision to refuse to trust any emotional evaluations your brain makes between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. Grant yourself permission to lay down your worries. You do not have the neural resources to solve your career or your relationships in the dark. Defer all problem solving until the sun comes up. Exposure to morning light resets your circadian rhythm. It clears the accumulated fatigue, powers up the prefrontal cortex, and plugs your rational brakes back into your emotional alarm system. The problems keeping you awake aren't inherently unsolvable. You just need to wait for the morning to turn the rational lights back on in your brain.
I hope you enjoyed our journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cosmic adventures.